Hello, U10. I just want to go through the worksheets for lesson 1 on DNA. All right, so question 1, we've got name the chemical that all genes are made up of. So that chemical would be the DNA, which is short for deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay. So next one, where is DNA found? So DNA is found in the nucleus of our cells. Okay, maybe I should make this a full sentence as well. All genes are made up of DNA. All right, next. So DNA are made of nucleotides, and so what three building blocks make up a nucleotide? So the three building blocks are now you may use this diagram here as sort of like a hint for you guys as well, or you can have a look at the textbook. Now we got a P here, so that is the phosphorus group. Phosphorus group. You have the ribose, I should say deoxyribose sugar, okay, or just sugar would be fine. Okay, this is where we get the name deoxyribose from. Okay, so that's from the sugar. So it's the sugar group, and the nitrogen base. Okay, so these are the three building blocks. So down here, right, so this is going to be the phosphorus group. This one is the sugar, and this one would be the nitrogen base. Moving on, so we've got the four nitrogen base. So we've got adenine, cytosine, guanine, and thymine, and we need to match them up. So the rule is adenine always go with thymine, and and oh, and cytosine and so cytosine would go with guanine. Okay, so remember there's a few tricks. There's a few tricks that can help you to memorize this. One is, so adenine start with A, thymine start with T, cytosine start with C, and guanine start with G. So you can use the mnemonic um, apples are in the trees, cars are in garage. Okay, so that's one way to memorize that. The other thing you can do is A and T all have straight lines. On the other hand, C and G got curves. Okay, so that's another way to memorize. So you can use whichever way to help you. So next one, what part of the DNA molecule varies? So the parts that would vary, is the nitrogen base. Okay, so it can it can be A, T, C, or G. Okay, adenine, thymine, cytosine, or guanine. Okay, that can change. And the part that remains constant is the phosphorus sugar backbone. Okay, or you can say the phosphorus group and the sugar group. Next one, what is the complementary DNA sequence for GTT AGC So basically what we have to do is we just go, okay, I see that's a G, so the complementary DNA sequence is, so if I see that's a G, I know that the complementary, meaning on the other side, so remember DNA has got two strands, right? So this is one strand. This is the basis on one of the strands. So on the other strand, you would have G goes with C, and then next we got two T's, so that means let's go with two A's. Then you got A that goes with T, G goes with C, C go with G, and another G, and then A goes with T, G go with C, and then T goes with A. Okay, so just making sure here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bases. Okay, what do we start with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bases. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that's how you would get the complementary DNA sequence. All right, next, so here we've got the diagram, a diagram of a DNA double helix, and we need to label. Okay, so this blue bit here, okay, that is going to be the phosphorus sugar backbone. You can think of that as sort of like creating the railing for a ladder. And it says here that you can use the figure 1.8 in the book to help you as well. So the backbone creates the railing for this twisted ladder, and then these two here, they would be the nitrogen base, okay, or base pair, and they would be like the steps of the ladder. Okay, next we've got, okay, so this one is pointing to A, so that's going to be adenine. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I spelled it correctly. Okay, that's good. And then this one, that's point to a T, so that's going to be thymine. That is pointing to a G. I know it's a bit hard to see there, so, but that's going to be guanine. And then finally, we've got C, which stands for cytosine. Okay, so this is, so I hope that this helps you with um, the worksheets for lesson 1 on DNA.